You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. Just a little homespun show. Two Alaskan dirt farmers. I don't know.
Yeah?
Just, artisanal Alaskan dirt farmers decided to make some artisanal podcastery.
Yeah. I'm gonna
about our crop retro video games.
let me ask you a serious question.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to start this podcast over? We're not very far in.
No,
Okay.
I put that out in the universe and it's just there.
All right, that's it.
Like that's what I'm gonna.
Welcome to episode 500, everybody.
Yeah, let me build this cross. I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna die on this one right here.
Well, thank you. For now, all our podcasting sins can be forgiven.
Yeah, you're right. Episode 500.
Yeah. Here we are. We made
Hell
it.
yeah.
You're talking about Seven Saga.
I mean, it's you're right. There you go, Phil Hawkins. Seven Saga. I mean, it's a live show.
Yeah, it is.
No one showed up.
Showed up.
No one showed up.
You gave the invitation.
Everyone knew.
Mm-hmm.
No one showed up.
No.
So
No
at
one
least
asked.
we're not out any money.
That's true. We bought all these pizzas, but we're just going to have to eat them ourselves
That's
now.
true. One's probably the Deadpool pizza. So
One is definitely the Deadpool pizza, so we fulfill a Patreon agreement.
Yep.
Speaking of Patreon, that video, this Weekend in Casting video is going up soon.
Good. Because you did a very, very good job editing that. Editing that like it's where I think if we had just had this Weekend in Portraits, all the labor you put into it made it 1,000 times more watchable and funny.
Thank you.
You did.
That's very nice of you to say. Although, having put a lot of time into it, I realized at the very end, like, I don't think anyone's going to enjoy this unless they played Suikoden. And it's like...
Brandy Jr. enjoyed it. She watched most of the video with me. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She disagrees with like all our casting, but still.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
She's like a youth. And like she's with it. Whatever it is.
Although while she was watching it, she did make a big list of current slang the kids use. So we talked about...
Do you have that on you?
Well, she wants to do a Patreon episode on it.
Oh my God, please.
We try to figure out what all the kids slang means.
I want to get Taryn on that episode if we can, because Taryn is the one who taught us AF.
That's true.
And the whale one, whatever that one was. You remember that one?
No.
The whaling or whatever?
Oh, whaling. Okay, yeah,
Which still doesn't make sense to me.
But Brandon Jr. wanted to be on that one.
Okay. Yeah, please.
So as the youth, she can mock us and laugh at us for us not knowing what all these... She had like 40 terms that I did a brief glance and did not know what any of them meant.
One of them. So, like, do I, like, when she's on, do I need to tone it down, or can I just be how I normally am, or what?
Probably turn it down a little.
Turn it down a little bit.
A little.
All right. In which
A
category? The swearing category, the porn category, both dials?
Both dials just a
to the
little.
left?
Both dials a little by like 0.5.
Okay.
Just 0.5.
Just 0.5.
I mean, she watched. I mean, most of the video with me, and I was dropping like lots of F-bombs.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, dirty words." I was like, "Yep."
My dad's a dirty boy.
And then whenever like you did a picture of Bailey J popped up, like she immediately looked down very hard, writing stuff on her pad.
It hurts to laugh because
It was a non-nude picture of Bailey J though, so I want to put that out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Which part was nude and which part was not nude?
Well, you
Which
could
half?
see the outline of her boobs in overalls, but no nipple, no penis.
Yeah, it's true. So sorry,
No
Patreon
good
donors.
stuff.
Yeah, no good stuff on This Weekend in. That's probably the most racy photograph that's in the This Weekend in casting.
By far.
Yeah. And I wanted to include a full nude of Bailey J, but then realized that that's not my content really. That's like Bailey J's thing. Like that's how Bailey J makes money. I'm not going to take that from her.
I'll take that from her.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
As much as I like looking at it, all of it.
Someone else can
All
Google
of it.
that. All of it. what was it? Like, was it Taryn sent me a message? Like, she looked up Bailey J and was like, man, that girl is thick. Penis.
Yeah. Big old dick. It's true. What I'm going to do is 100%, when Brainy Jr. comes on, I will 100% bring up Bailey J.
I did a long time ago. I just showed a PG rated picture of Bailey J, and I was like, do you think this person is pretty? To her and one of her friends. Like, yeah, she's really pretty.
What if I told you?
What if I told you? And they were like, oh, I hate her.
That's not, and then that you saw that as an opportunity to teach.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
all the kids are very woke. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
They're at their wokeness.
they don't sound woke. They're hating on Bailey J.
Well, because it's such a pretty girl, and they feel like, oh, well,
they're jealous.
prettier than us. Yeah, well, fuck her.
Yeah. Well, then you're like, well, look at it from my point of view. I don't got that thick penis. I know that you do, but when I explain it to Henry, I'll be like, "Daddy doesn't have that. That's a good dick."
Oh man. Well, episode 500.
What a long, strange journey it's been.
Yeah, we got to bring up Bailey J first. Tara Reid and her nip slip, of course.
Oh my God!
There you
Yes.
go.
You want me to do a quick Google search to see if Tara's got her stuff straight now?
Oh man, probably.
She got that
I hope
fixed, right?
so. I think so.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like a sad commentary. I feel like once everybody learned that her nipples were nasty, like I think everyone stopped caring about her. Or was
Well, when she got fired from Wild On, like that's a hard thing to do, is get fired from Wild on the E channel.
What did she do to get fired?
She wouldn't do any of the daytime segments, just the nighttime
That's
super
right.
party segments. Like she would only get really fucked up and then sleep all day to do it all over again.
I mean, that does sound like probably the most fun way to do it. It's like Dave Attell's Insomniac, but
Yeah.
with Tara Reid and not funny.
So I just heard like she was just a nightmare on that show, and they very quickly dumped her.
Like how quickly?
And then she made a comeback on Sharknado.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Sharknadoes,
Neither have I.
and I probably won't. I mean, it's just not a priority. I hear they're funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Movies like that kind of get to a point where it's like when they're intentionally made bad to be funny, it's not as good as if they're unintentionally funny.
It's not like The Room or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about Final Fight?
Yeah. Because, well, it's all on me. Because you're like, Seventh Saga. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, you didn't.
That's 500. It didn't feel like a 500 episode to me. I
Yeah.
feel like 500 is a good milestone.
I think you're a lot more sentimental about 500 than I am.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more sentimental. Because to me, this is pretty much just another episode.
Yep.
I hate to be like, I don't hate to be. I don't hate to be the age is just a number kind of guy. But I mean, it is like, I don't know, man. We just do this every week.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
No, you're right. But I don't know. But you had a very good solution, though. that I
Kinda.
liked a lot. I like the solution. I like the solution a lot that you came up with.
yeah.
Which the first episode, because we did Mega Man X Street Fighter for our first episode, but we
Right.
started the real, like I feel like the meat of the podcast, the
IGN.
SNES, IGN's Top 100 SNES games.
The
was
first game
Final Fight.
was Final Fight, which should not be on that list. I mean, honestly,
You
after
don't think so?
no, after playing Final Fight 2, it is absolutely ridiculous to me that Final Fight is on that list. Final Fight's one player. That's like
Yeah.
that is no.
Yeah.
It's right out. Final Fight was a rushed port to get onto the opening lineup of the Super Nintendo. And
true.
it's no, sorry, man. That game is not the same game unless you can play it 2 players.
Yeah. But so to start off the SNES list of what we agreed we're going to do, a randomizer SNES list of
Yeah.
Wikipedia's SNES games.
We got a really good suggestion.
Yes. Amazing. I loved it.
John Harvey suggested that, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to go with that. I've got the randomizer set up, but I do want to do Seven Saga next.
Okay.
I want to go ahead. I've been playing it.
Yeah, apparently people were pretty excited about Seven Saga in a way I did not realize they would be.
I don't know if that's ironic or not.
Yeah. People just might just enjoy giving a shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it might also be a little bit of that too. But I mean, I got some things that I want to say about Seven Saga.
Okay.
Boy, do I have some things that I want to say about Seven Saga. Remember when I told you that I lost all my save progress?
Yep.
I decided to go ahead and get back to where I was. So I have done that.
Nice.
And I know this is not a Seventh Saga podcast, but I got back to where I was and then regretted it because I was like, I do not want to play this game anymore. I have gotten to a point that I cannot wait to talk about.
Okay.
We also had some good suggestions. Sandwich Pope Phil started to create a poll based on I'm assuming based on how unsure we sounded at the end of episode 499, talking our stinger where we're talking about what the fuck we're gonna do for episode 500. The topic that got the most votes, 26 votes on TADPOG Nation Facebook group, was an N64 wrestling game, and I just kind of didn't want to do that.
I feel like we need to have more
Gotta have
two
people.
qualified people
Yeah.
on.
And not only that, I have never emulated an N64 game. Don't know how to do it. Don't really feel like in like 3 or 4 days figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Coordinating with you and 3 other people who two of those people are unknowns.
Yep.
Like that just was like, wow, that is way too much for a episode that I'm probably gonna sit. On episode 500, I'm going to be very silent while 3 people talk about wrestling. And then number 2 is Garfield Kart with 24 votes. Very close.
That's pretty good.
Which I'm down to play some Garfield Kart, but I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this SNES thing.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Because it's like, it's going to take forever. Let's just start. And I know we're going to have a bunch of bumps on the way.
Yeah.
But like, we're on a journey now. We're on a journey, and I know we're going to take a little...
Sounds like you're trying to seduce me into having sex. Look, it's
man.
going to take a long time. We just need to start this, all right?
It is going to take
It's going to be a bumpy. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be a bumpy
Trust
ride.
me. The end may or may not be worth it. I may or may not get to the end. Depends on whether the fan's on or not.
Just give up and quit after a while.
And then
Blame you.
Yeah. Well, then I blame you, and then I blame myself, and then I blame you again. It's a whole it's a whole
cry.
cycle.
Yeah.
We cry. I cry silently. Then I cry more because I'm crying. Yeah, it's a whole
I'm
thing.
crying black tears. Then you get ready to go
then
again.
I get ready. Yeah. Oh, you didn't say you were wearing mascara. That changes things quite a bit.
Did you not know I'm always wearing mascara?
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
right
you
now.
You need to wear more. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean, it's
notice
clear.
It. Yeah.
So.
Which is not a color for the record. And then third was on that list. Third suggestion with 9 votes was Jerk It on Mike. Been doing that for 499 episodes. So
Come on, Mike Lanham. People want us to come on you.
Oh no, on my MIC.
Oh, okay.
On Mike, the
okay.
Mike from Final Fight 2, actually. And then Silent Hill 2 was on that list, which Kevin Link has given me. He gave me that at prom to play, so I have a copy of Silent Hill 2 again.
Sweet.
And now I've got the Retro Tink, so I should be able to stream that now. I got some solutions now.
Very good.
And so that'll be coming in the future still. Like that's a game I still want to play. But again, I do want to get us started on this SNES journey.
I'm with you.
And then Kyle from Experience Grind Podcast suggested that we review that song about walking 500 miles and walking 500 miles more for an hour-long episode. Which, honestly, I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's in our wheelhouse. We can talk about miles and how many miles we've walked before. We could talk about the walking
I've got
man.
mine pretty well tracked for the last few years.
Because of your Fitbit?
Yeah.
You got like all the landmarks and stuff that you've walked to, like the Great Wall of China and stuff like that. I don't wear my Fitbit anymore because it is kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't have like one of those little slim boys like you do. I've got like the Blaze or whatever because, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And the real answer to that is my sister gave it to me because it's her old one.
It's good for running. Like if you're running with the GPS feature.
Yeah.
But mine, as As I am not losing weight currently, this is more just for fun, this Fitbit.
Well, you're not eating anything right now, so technically, and I'm not either.
That's
Technically,
true.
we're both
Losing weight.
Yeah,
All right.
we're metabolizing.
But I'm about to tear into that toffee that's in front of us.
That toffee has been sat out a week uncovered.
Yep. Well, one part of it's totally uncovered.
And then the rest of it is slightly uncovered.
Slightly. So
That
it's,
is good
that's
toffee,
basically covered.
It's essentially covered, but yeah. And then RC Pro-Am was suggested, the NES game, because that's Stephen Michael's Facebook group, the Retro Gaming Monthly. That's the high score challenge of the month, which Phil is dominating. And then your suggestion is next with 3 votes, and is also literally my nightmare, which is call everyone who has ever been on the show before for 2 hours. I don't have any of those numbers. I don't know how to get in touch with Sam from Megalixer.
I do.
Don't have his phone
I can
number.
touch Sam. Joe, on the other hand, no clue.
Okay.
So,
and then I also...
hey, Joe, heard you had a baby like 3 years ago. How's that going?
And also, there's no way we could do that in 2 hours.
Do you remember us?
And then everything under that is less than 3 votes. Essentially, I just wanted to get to the point where I got to say, call everyone who has ever been on the show before for 2 hours, because that is a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know. That's why I didn't vote
win,
for that one.
So.
I love the sentiment, but that is like a month long. That is like a month long thing. Not a thing we do on Tuesday.
I didn't say we had to talk to him. We could just prank called everybody who's ever been on the show, like we did Phil, like that real good burn where we called Phil.
Yeah, and left a voicemail, his work voicemail.
Yeah. Or tried.
I feel like we need a laugh track for this one.
You're right.
No, you want to start over?
Yeah, let's start all over.
All right. I'm gonna have to find a laugh track though. That's probably gonna take me a
That's
little
okay.
while.
Well, I'll just fake laugh to every. You have a laugh track. I don't. Or we could just.
Let's get Titus laughing from Final Fantasy X.
Perfect.
Anytime we say something questionably funny.
Yeah.
I don't know that we ever actually get too funny, but we try. We do try.
Right.
Also, I have a really super sore throat, which I'm desperately trying to hide.
You did a good job.
I'm recording this in a lot of pain, and I will regret this in the morning because I'm really worried I'm not going to have a voice. So I probably have strep. That's probably what's going on.
Yep.
Although I didn't have the white
pockets
in my throat. Yeah.
Good,
I like so much.
Thank you. You're probably all right.
Probably all right.
Hopefully it's sinus drainage.
Yeah, I hope so.
But so to kick it off, Final Fight 2 to celebrate our previous SNES list. I thought that was I was like, that feels right. That feels better than Seven Saga.
Final Fight 2 by Capcom 2 for the SNES 2.
Perfect.
Electric Boogaloo. Well, then why didn't they call the SNES Mini the SNES 2? They just missed a completely...
That's true.
I mean, can you imagine the marketing for a Super Nintendo 2?
Why didn't they call the Super Nintendo the NES 2 or the NES U? You know, it worked with Wii and Wii U.
The Nintendo Entertainment System U. They didn't have enough waggles at the time.
Well, I am your beard host, Tyler, and I get a humorous anecdote from the weekend.
All right, I'll be the judge of that.
So the Ronald McDonald House, it's a colorful place to stay.
It's where Ronald McDonald lives. Have you met him yet?
He's very nice.
Yeah.
He's out in the lobby.
Yeah,
all the
right.
time.
Okay.
They do have a big statue of him out in the lobby.
Is it painted like the? So it's like the.
Yeah,
is it
it's like
the
one in a restaurant.
Yeah, like at a bench.
It's on a bench. You could sit with it. And
All
Ken
right.
is always like, "Oh my god."
Ronald McDonald lives here.
She's like, "Oh my god," and we're like, "Say, oh my goodness, Ken." But I really like saying, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I mean it is
more
objectively
satisfying.
better. Who wore it better, Ronald McDonald or Pippi Longstocking?
You mean Wendy?
No, didn't Pippi Longstocking she had those long stockings with the stripes on it?
Oh, you're right. God, I had such
But
a
we
crush
can-
on her when I was little watching that movie.
Did you really? We
Oh,
could throw
man.
Wendy in there. Who wore the pigtails better? Wendy, I'm sorry. I know you had a crush
Yeah.
on that new Wendy, the Wendy in the new logo. Pretty slapping, as the kids say.
Slapping.
I'm pretty
All
sure
right.
that was on Brady Jr.'s list of slang terms that kids use.
Man, that basic bitch be slapping.
Slapping.
I heard one thing that I was very confused about was like wig snatching.
Wig snatching?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that is.
What's weird about that is it does sound like something that we would have said in the 90s. Because do you remember there was a point in time, like maybe not for you, maybe this is just a me thing in my crowd, But there was a time when I was in high school where like weaves were the funniest fucking thing you could possibly imagine.
Well, you had more than just white kids going to your high school.
I did.
So I can imagine, like, weaves weren't really a thing in my all-white high school.
we were 50-50 pretty much at my school. And it's like there was a time where it's like, I'm telling you, dude, you could just say the word weave and like you could get a laugh from like 30% of the people. It's very easy to be funny. I'm going to try to work
I'm just
the
thinking
word
about
weave.
weaves. Wig snatching. Okay. Yeah.
Wig snatching. Do you want me to look that up or should we save it for the Patreon?
I gotta save it.
Okay.
Gotta save it up.
I'm going to study for it. I am. I'm going to study, like, I'm just going to look up, like, top 50
Gonna go to the
terms
middle
that kids
school and
use.
just start, like, walking in, just talking to kids.
What's
like,
up, my fellow
hey.
students?
Hey, just talk to me. Tell me some words, man.
Yeah, trust me, I am safer than the kids you go to school with. Tell me words.
But at the Ron McDonald house, I noticed one day, I was pulling in. I'd just come back from Norton's. I was pulling in to go in where Melissa was. And as soon as I got out of the car, I have never heard an adult scream at their child like I saw parents and a 3-year-old in the parking lot.
You haven't been to my house.
Oh, but man, this mother screamed like I just stood there in shock for a full 5 seconds before it was just like, oh, okay, I gotta go in.
What was she screaming about?
That she just didn't want her to move. It was just
Like what kind of screaming?
it immediately like full tilt, like you could hear them 2 blocks over screaming anger, not like screaming panic, screaming in anger.
Yeah, like just saying don't move.
Yeah,
Are you
like,
sure?
what did I tell you? You do not. Like it was just I can't even present like how awful it was to hear this come out of a mother to her daughter.
Are you sure that mother was not an undercover police officer who was arresting that toddler? Did you ever consider that?
That's true.
Don't move.
Don't
Lay
do
down.
it. Have you ever seen the episode of Cowboy Bebop with like the really old kid who looks like a really old guy who looks like a young kid? Same scenario.
I believe his name was Zebra, but I'm not positive.
You're right. It was Zebra. It was like Zebra, and then his
Giraffe was the accomplice,
yeah.
I believe.
Or it could have
I
been
had a lot of
what would
sex
you
in
do?
high school. If you didn't notice, if you hadn't noticed. Sorry, please continue.
I had sex 10 times in high school.
Good for you, man.
10 times.
That is like 20 more times than I had sex in high school.
Because we would have sex and then wait a month to see if she got her period. Oh, she did? All right. Well, let's have sex again. All right, well, wait another month. So
I love how that makes no sense.
oh, man.
I mean, he didn't go in there raw, right?
No, I didn't.
It was just like the fear
Oh, yeah, just the sheer panicky fear.
that had been pounded into you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that I was then pounding into her.
Right.
No.
Thank you, public school system.
Yeah. But we then went into the Ramadan house, went to our room.
Please tell me that woman yelled at you.
Not she yelled at me, but I heard later that night, not at the same volume, but I heard that same yelling again. They were across the hall from us. So they'd been checked in across the hall. And I don't know, maybe that little girl's a vampire because she apparently never slept. And it was like we would always hear screaming from this woman and her daughter at like 3, 4 in the morning. Of course, I only heard it like during the weekends, and Melissa's like, oh no, that's every day. And they were there for a few weeks. Melissa felt bad for the little girl. Like she doesn't. I mean, we don't know the situation.
Yeah, sure.
But she saw her out in the hall, and she'd always like talk to her. She said the girl was really sweet.
Yeah.
And like the day before the story I'm about to tell you, she was going up and she ran into them waiting for the elevator, and she's like, oh, she knew what the girl's name was because the mother screams it at her.
Yeah.
So she like
Right, yeah, you picked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she came in, she said, oh, hey.
You must be young Charlie. I've heard a lot about you. You move a lot.
You move. You don't stop moving. And she was like, well, hi, Cadence, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And the mom was like, being a little shit. You want a kid?
Wow.
Yeah. So like Melissa
wow.
already like thought this is a bad situation. When she did that, she was just like, oh, this poor girl, and I hate this woman.
Did she say anything to the woman or anything? Like,
just
what
kind of
do you
ignored
do?
her and talked to the girl, got in the elevator.
Did the
and
Curb
left.
Your Enthusiasm music play like after she said that, or like?
Yeah, pretty much. Melissa pulled out her phone. Hold on a second.
Hold on, I have to ignore
And
you
then
now.
then she FaceTimed me and made that face and played that noise with this confused woman in the background.
Yeah, man, Cadence does not sound like Cadence has a happy childhood.
Nope. I feel
Sorry.
very bad for this girl, for the
Sorry,
little girl.
Cadence.
But then the next day, like, so
you're
Melissa
listening.
already has disdain. Melissa is never rude to anybody,
It continues.
but she has a lot of disdain for this mother.
Yeah.
And she noticed they were packing up all their stuff that next day. Like, okay, good, they're getting the fuck out. All right. And because whenever Melissa's going to the room, she's leaving. She's like, oh, where are you guys going? The mom is just like, I got to go to Florida. Not knowing what that meant, Melissa was like, oh, you got to go to Florida. Like, she's never rude, but she just had it with this woman. Like, oh, now she's just going to fucking leave. And then she was like, yeah, my brother died. So Melissa just stops. It was just...
Bum, bum, bum,
yeah. Didn't know, like, I hate this woman. I'm never rude. I was rude to this woman who does deserve it, but now her brother died. I'm
right,
sorry. And then just Homer Simpson into the bushes, into the room.
Well, I'm sorry, Cadence.
Yeah.
Gets yelled at all the time and lost her uncle.
Yep.
Yeah, not a good
Not a good thing.
Just not a good.
What you been up to this week?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
So I can't recall.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, I can't recall. I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and I've played a lot of Seventh Saga. That's pretty much been my life. Seventh Saga, and then a little break for Final Fight 2 on Sunday at Tadpog Church.
Good.
So yeah, now that Seventh Saga has come to a grinding halt, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I'm lost.
Yeah.
If only I had a little girl I could yell at.
Yep.
Really fill the time. I saw
guess
Pet Cemetery.
I guess I
did
can
that.
get Kenna to come over.
Yeah, she's not 3. It's not the same.
That's true.
I saw Captain Marvel and Pet Cemetery. So
What'd
I've
you
seen
think?
2 movies this month, which is like landmark.
Good. Yeah.
What did I think of which one?
Okay, Captain Marvel first.
Loved it.
Yeah, so did I.
I got out of it, and it made me want to watch every Marvel movie up to that point, except for maybe Iron Man 2 and 3. And and I always need to throw that in there.
That includes Ben Affleck Daredevil. So.
Yeah. No,
And Elektra.
No. No, I can't go that far. I'm sorry. I can't commit to the bit that hard. I got out of it. I want to watch every Marvel movie and also Die Hard 3 and Pulp Fiction because just Samuel L. Jackson in California. I liked it a lot. And then I heard that I got out of it. And it's like I went into it not reading any reviews or really the only thing I had heard is you saying that you liked it. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten to the point now where it's like I pretty much know if I want to go see a movie. Like Pet Cemetery was that way.
Yeah.
It was like when I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know if this is going to be any good or not, but I don't really. I mean, I care. I want it to be good, but I've already made my mind up. I'm going to see this movie.
Yeah.
It's like the first Stephen King book I read as a kid. I remember watching that movie, the first movie with my dad. It's like, that's a lock. John Lithgow is playing Judd. That's a lock. I'm in. I'm going to see that. It could be horrible. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go see it. That one wasn't as good as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it. It was one of those where Nikki was like, how was it? And it's like, it's not a must see.
Yeah.
But like it was a must see for me because of all those reasons that I just told you. It was one of those.
What brought it down?
Honestly, I thought that so it's like as far as an adaptation, I feel like it did a better job. It's a much better movie than the first Pet Sematary movie.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just it's not scary, which I thought was a problem. The book is really scary, and it's because I don't feel like the movie really did a good job. It didn't deliver in. It filled in too many of the blanks. I guess it didn't leave enough ambiguity. It didn't leave wiggle room for you to like create your own kind of like monster kind of deal. Like everything just kind of seemed like very I don't want to say spelled out, but everything kind of seemed like it was very apparent. And like when they're going to like the little god swamp where it's like everything kind of looked like it was like, okay, well this is 1000% CG background, and it's like I mean, it's, I don't expect it to be like, I don't expect them to actually go to a place where they can resurrect animals and small children. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. The lighting was kind of bright in there. And it's just, I don't know. It's one of those where it's, when you read something, your imagination ends up scaring you more than like, if it were actually visualized. So that's like Pet Sematary. Like, I don't know, man. Some movies handle it better than others. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll land on that.
Okay. And the big theory now after Captain Marvel, because in the movie, spoilers, sorta, he announces that Nick Fury can't eat toast if it's cut diagonally.
Right.
Can't do it.
Right.
But there's a scene in Age of Ultron where he's eating a sandwich cut diagonally.
Fuck.
So now it's like, oh, Skrull.
Yeah. Skrull or what Fury bot, right?
Oh, like a Doom bot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know that much about, like, Fury, but, like, isn't he notorious for having, like, body double robots and stuff like that?
I hope
like,
so.
Man, I hope he's a Skrull, though. That'd be pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Captain Marvel was really good because they do a lot of this, like, I don't know, man. They, like, it's intrigue light, and I enjoyed it. I was really worried when, the beginning of the movie, because the beginning of the movie does look cheesy sci-fi. Like, I was worried.
You're on the Kree homeworld and shit.
Yeah, because it's like, oh no, this could be very bad. And then it takes a turn, and it's like, okay, it kind of like normalizes things, and it's like 100% what I needed. And then I was completely on board. I mean, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson is great. I mean, what's her, Brie Larson,
Larson.
Larson. I always want to say Olsen, so I'm proud that it said Lawson instead of Larson. But yeah, I liked it. That was good.
Gary Larson, very, very good in Captain
Gary
Marvel.
Larson is the best. We couldn't get him to take off his cow tuxedo the entire time we were filming, but we made it work. we did make that work.
Oh man!
Oh, I didn't recognize her from. I didn't recognize Brie from Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yep.
Until I saw like a meme on Facebook the next day where it's like, oh yeah, because I knew Chris Evans was like what X number 1 or whatever.
So like what Scott Pilgrim fought Captain America, Captain Marvel. Oh, who else was in it? There's another Marvel. There was another Marvel.
Oh, was there another Marvel
there.
connection?
Yeah, the 3 in Scott Pilgrim.
Oh God! All right. Yeah, and he beat him.
Yep.
So I mean, I think we know who's going to beat Thanos.
That's true. You're damn right.
Man, if Scott Pilgrim showed up. Does Disney own Scott Pilgrim at this point? I think they probably do. Really... They probably acquired. They bought Brian Lee O'Malley. Like they just bought him outright. I think they own him.
Yeah, he shows up with a sword of self-respect.
Yeah.
Man, just fucking cleaves Thanos in two.
But man, the thing that Captain Marvel did the best is like I got out of that movie and I was like, I cannot wait to see her kick Thanos' ass. Like, I mean, like that movie is so good, man. They did such a good job because I don't want to spoil anything. Like if you haven't seen the movie, please skip ahead. But I really want to talk about this. The way they handle Ronan is like the fucking best. They take probably my second or third favorite villain from the MCU. I think Killmonger is the best villain ever, like in the MCU, just because it's like, wow, that character they gave that character backstory. But Ronan was like really
Killmonger and Black Panther?
Yeah.
Okay. Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta. But man, dude, they brought in Ronan, who was such a smart idea because it ties into the Kree, it ties into all of that. But not only that, remember how much of a badass Ronan was in Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's just like, oh my God, everyone is scared of this guy. The Guardians have no fucking chance. They win in a fucking dance off. It's like one of those where it's like the Guardians win that battle in a fluke, essentially. And then spoilers. If you haven't seen Captain Marvel, please skip ahead. And then they show Captain Marvel just fucking demolish his fleet in 30 seconds. And it's like, guy, I am fucking now I am I already wanted to see Endgame, but it's like now I really want to see Endgame because
that's Carol Danvers also just practicing with her powers. How powerful is she now after 20 years
Right.
of going planet to planet, like
Well, not very
honing
powerful
your
because
shit.
Rogue stole, Rogue stole those abilities.
That's
so,
true.
I mean,
and yeah,
so I don't
killed
know.
her. So
Right. Yeah. So it's going to be a problem.
So X-Men are part of it now. So
Yeah.
that could be at the very very end of the
Disney owns everything, including X-Men and Final Fight.
dude. I'd love Scott Pilgrim and Mike Haggar to run up and join in. Yeah.
We're going to get so as scared as I am about Disney buying everything, I do think that we might get another really, really cool Roger Rabbit kind of movie out of all this, where it's we're just going to pick from everything we own, put it in a movie. It's going to be kind of like Ready Player One.
So that's what Disney is doing. They're buying everything so they can make Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2. Because getting all those licenses, it's been a long game to get everything together to properly do
Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2. This one's Who Framed Jessica Rabbit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Love it.
Spoilers. It was Hollywood.
It was Hollywood.
Hollywood. Sorry. Hollyworld. Man, damn it. It was right there. Sorry, I got a sore throat. I'll blame it on that. That's why I missed that beat. Who I'm pretty sure Disney probably owns Hollywood at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ralph Bakshi. They own everything. They don't own us yet.
I'm open to it though.
Yeah, they give us $200.
Boom.
I'm out.
Oh man. All right. Final Fight 2.
Final Fight 2.
Final Fight 2. Dave, you hear that?
No. I have a gun.
No, it's just Disney buying everything.
I do hear that. It sounds like when I close my eyes, it just sounds like a bunch of mouths eating.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like when I close my eyes. And it's just it's like thousands of mouths eating and
Teeth
devouring,
tearing and rending flesh.
Yep, that's what it sounds like. Which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia.
Juices spattering down sticky skin.
Go on.
Yeah.
We're about to do the third suggested episode.
Flesh jaggedly torn, flesh consumed.
Is this your vor fanfic?
Yep.
Actually, I think that's eating whole, right?
Yes.
All right, never mind. So this is just cannibal porn.
Right, exactly.
All right, perfect. I'm into that too.
Pornable.
Ooh. Okay, guys, Final Fight 2 is a side-scrolling beat-em-up video game released by Capcom 2 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System 2 in 1993. 2, the sequel to 1993. Did you know that 1994 was not actually a year? We didn't get 1994.
Oh.
We got 1993 too.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a real bitch to do in Roman numerals, by the way. They didn't have a Super Bowl that year because they couldn't figure out how to do the Roman numerals for that. Final Fight 2 is a sequel to the coin-operated arcade game Final Fight, which was previously released for the SNES. Final Fight 2 was developed by Capcom's consumer division with no preceding coin-op version. So that's a big deal. This is not a port of an arcade game. This is Final Fight 2 was specifically developed for the SNES, for the console. Which
shows.
You think so? Let's go from there. Why do you think it shows?
Well, it definitely looks like Final Fight, but whole new paint job. I think it looks like the HD remake of Final Fight. Everything looks better. Of course, now it's 2-player. There are 3 players you can choose from. They took all the shit that I was like, fuck Final Fight.
That should have been in Final Fight 1.
Yep.
Which makes no sense that it's even on IGN's top 100 SNES games.
But it should just be Final Fight 2.
It should be Final Fight 2 or Final Fight 3. I played a little bit of that.
2 and 3 and Final Fight Guy. None of the other ones are on it. Just this one.
And I don't even think Final Fight Guy I don't even know that Final Fight Guy belongs on there, honestly. And there's also Final Fight 1. Final Fight and then the word 1 spelled out that came out
on
GBA.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about this, but when I was streaming on Sunday night, The Legend of Gert came in. Really cool guy, great streamer. And he, beat 'em ups are his thing, one of his many things. He's just very, very good at video games. And he was telling me about Final Fight 1, and he was telling me that it's essentially Final Fight for Game Boy Advance, but like the enemies are absolutely crazy strong. Like he's saying, like Andori can kill you in 2 hits, essentially. And I was like, what the fuck? That is absolutely insane. He said the reason is, as it turns out, is you can unlock more than Guy, Haggar, and Cody in that game. You can unlock additional characters that are absolutely OP. So it's like everything is scaled for these characters that you can unlock. So the game is like super hard when you first start playing it because of the you're playing with the original characters, and then it starts to even out.
Well, then no, Mike Haggar should be the strongest. Fuck that.
I think Mike Haggar is the strongest, and the reason I bring that up is he has not, as far as I know, has not been a playable character in a Street Fighter game. And I think it's because Mike Haggar can never lose unless he's fighting against Marvel characters, because he has been playable in like the Marvel vs. Capcom series.
Thank God.
Which is where he belongs. He belongs in that tier of Spider-Man, Wolverine. Yes. Which, I mean, kind of brings me back to, like, one of my favorite things about Final Fight is the fact that there is so much crossover between Final Fight and Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I know their developments are entwined too. And like that shows in Final Fight 2. You know in Final Fight 2 that it came out after Street Fighter 2. Because like it feels like at any moment they're just like ready to throw in like, hey, remember Street Fighter 2? We're the Street Fighter 2 people. Because like in the first stage, like it's Hong Kong. And
the little flags in the map and all the shit,
yeah, because you're not in Metro City in this one. You are traveling from country to country, fighting the United Nations Mad Gear Gang.
Yeah, the European Union. That's what you're fighting,
right? Yeah. And it's like you're trying to find Guy's fiance and her father.
Yeah, Mad Gear comes back and they immediately kidnap Guy's fiance and her father.
Right.
Which then you find out that Guy's fiance has a sister.
Right.
So her sister, let's see.
Maki.
Let's see, because of some TADPOG theater. I had to take some pictures.
There's a lot of fan art
the game
of Maki, if you can believe it.
Well, okay.
Who has appeared in Street Fighter.
Has she?
Yep. She was in one of the Street Fighter alphas.
Oh, okay. Are you ready to strike back at those who... The Mad Gear is back and ready to strike back at those who opposed him. Their first move is to kidnap Guy's fiance, Rina, and her father, like Gen Hockey. When Rina...
My favorite form of hockey.
Yeah.
Gen Hockey.
When Rina's sister Maki learns of this, she immediately contacted Haggar for help. Not Mike Haggar. Haggar. Which could have also been the Viking from...
Haggar the Horrible.
Yeah.
That's a pretty disappointing comic strip. I feel like Haggar is pretty low tier.
Yep.
We need to do a comic strip tier list is what we need to do.
Yes, you're right. You're 100% right.
Kathy's pretty low down there. And so is Marmaduke.
Oh man, we're gonna fight so hard. Yeah, no, I agree.
No, our tier is gonna be like in line.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think I found a new project that I'm gonna do. the Patreon exclusive comic strip fighting tier.
So as soon as that, it goes to Mike Haggar in his office. He's wearing a suit and leather suspenders.
And this is all in a very nice cutscene, I think.
Yeah.
Maki
calls, Mike, it's me, Maki. Why she would know Mike Haggar, I'm not entirely sure. Like, the guy his sister's, that's his fiance to his sister, I'm her sister. We know each other, mayor of Metro City.
Okay, yeah. I could see maybe they know each other through like the, hey, we defeated the Mad Gear Gang party that they had to have had. And Guy was probably there. And he was like, hey, this is my girlfriend.
So Mike fucked her, definitely.
Well, I mean, that would be a scandal, so we can't really talk about it. But
well, that's true. Allegedly.
Mike Haggar.
Don't want to ruin him running for Metro City again.
I think if he fucked her, though, she would have called and said, hey, Mike, instead of Haggar.
Oh. Well, unless he fucked her and never called her again.
Then I think she would have been like, Mayor. Mayor Haggar.
Okay. Well, there's something going on. Maybe she gave him a drunk hand job.
There's absolutely something going on. You're right.
The Mad Gear Gang have kidnapped my father and sister. What? The Mad Gear are back? But how? That doesn't matter. I found out that the Mad Gear Gang are headed for Hong Kong, and then I'm going after them.
That sounds like a setup. Like the Mad Gear Gang, how are they back? Doesn't matter. Go to Hong Kong.
The Mad Gear Gang must pay for their crimes. I'll meet you in Hong Kong. All right. Then, apropos of nothing, suddenly Mike is in his Haggar.
He hasn't fucked you.
You're true.
Not that I know of.
That's true. No. My asshole's still intact.
Yeah, Mayor Haggar.
And suddenly it's a blue background. He's in his fighting outfit, and just Guy appears behind him. I owe you and Guy so much. Please let me go with you, Mike. Besides, I love kicking butt.
Kick apostrophe in butt. And you said that's Carlos behind him, right?
Carlos. Yeah. Haggar doesn't even recognize, doesn't say anything.
No.
His eyes just turn into fire.
Yes.
And the fire then transforms to 2.
Which is pretty great. I do want to make that like my transition screen on Twitch where like through After Effects, I make my eyes turn into flames. Could that be a Snapchat filter?
That's pretty good. Oh, it had to be at some point.
Come on,
That's
right?
pretty good.
And then Final Fight 2 appears. The 2 is in flames. And then the flames go away and it's steel. To reveal steel. So yeah, Carlos is the third playable character who just literally shows up because he likes kicking butt.
No, he was just hanging out in Mike Haggar's office. Like, he was down there blowing Mike Haggar under the desk, and he just finally stops. I owe you so much. I love kicking butt.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I like kicking butt.
Your dick was in my mouth, not my ears. I heard everything.
Right? Yeah. And then he probably had to sign some kind of like release of liability form, the Metro City release of liability. And then he went on a little adventure.
Yeah.
With Mike, a.k.a. Mayor Haggar, and Maki.
Yep. And what they basically play, Mike Haggar plays like Mike Haggar, only with, I'd say, some new moves. Maki plays like Cody, and Carlos plays like Guy.
Yeah, they all have special moves. Like, if you hold, this is essentially the D-pad and 2 buttons. Like, that's what you're working with here, which is fine. And it's like when there's an attack button, a jump button, and then the D-pad. And if you press the attack button and jump button together, you do their special move. And Mike Haggar's got his like spinning lariat.
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, that works.
And Maki does she puts her hand on the ground and does a spin kick, like a 360 kick. And then Carlos uses a sword that he carries around but never uses unless you do the special move. And then he does like an AoE sword slash, which is great.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite character?
Just Mike Haggar.
He is the best.
I didn't worry about anybody. I didn't even try anyone else.
I think he is better in Final Fight 2 than he is in Final Fight 1.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what I like how different the characters feel, because they really do feel different. Like when I play as Mike Haggar, Mike can just throw dudes, and that's how I went through the whole thing. Was just like
spinning pile drivers. Like, hey, you know Zangief? Taught him everything he knows. Ooh, boom.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And I love that you bring up Zangief because like one of the rando Mad Gear Gang dudes like looks like Zangief. Looks like he could be Zangief's slow cousin. Yeah. He's wearing red, and he's got that X on his chest. Zangief. Zangief sounds like if Pokemon ever, like if Game Freak and Capcom ever did a crossover, Zangief is 100% a Pokemon. And then like you could tell they were on that Street Fighter tip because in Hong Kong stage, in the background, Chun-Li is eating noodles at like at a ramen stand, and it's like that's really cool. Stage 2 in France, Guile's hanging out. And he watches you fight.
Because Guile is Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, yeah, he's in France.
That does make sense. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but USA.
I mean, he owes his allegiance to the USA, but he was clearly born in France.
It is me, French Guile. Zut alors, you found me, French Guile.
Dom. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So I don't know. I didn't like the fact that you went from country to country. I liked it in Castlevania Bloodlines. For whatever reason, I was okay in Bloodlines to get out of Dracula's castle for the entire game and move around to different locations. But in Final Fight 2, I don't know, man. I want to be in Metro City.
Yeah, you should be going to different parts of a city. Like, it's not Mad Gear was just a local gang. It can't be an international, like...
Right, especially after you defeat them in Final Fight 1. Like, it doesn't make sense. I know in 3, that's a different gang. It's like the Crossbones gang or the Skull Crosses or something like that. 3 is a weird one that we are 100% going to get to on episode 1000.
Perfect.
Every 500 episodes, we do a Final Fight episode. New tradition.
Love it. Well, let's see. As you start to play, the first boss is
Wan Wan.
Wan.
The first boss is Wan Wan, who is a giant dude.
He looks sort of like the enemies on the floating continent that would do throat jab, or the Hades Gigas in Zozo.
Yeah, in Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, extremely just muscles on muscles. Looks pretty much like a Rob Liefeld character.
Yeah.
And something interesting in the Japan version, the original version, he had a meat cleaver. They took that out in the world version because we can't handle meat cleavers.
No, but he's very, very slow with like a top knot and a tight white shirt. He's not
beefy dad.
Yeah, this game, with the exception of one boss, they're all just like even bigger than Mike Haggar. Like they're just the Super Shredder version of normal enemies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They broke the ooze canister, drank it.
He drank all of it. But after defeating, and this is the very poor grammatical translation. After beating Wan, Maki, Carlos, and Haggar, learned that the Mad Gear Gang's boss of operations had been moved to Europe. So I'm not sure who they defeated. I guess they defeated all of them.
Wan.
After defeating Wan, but Maki, Carlos. So somebody defeated all of them and learned where the Mad Gear Gang's operations were.
Wait, hey, you want to find out where the Mad Gear is operating? You got to break a few eggs. You gotta like, sometimes you gotta sacrifice Carlos. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice Maki.
Wan told them that Rina and Genryusai were being taken there. The final fight for the lives of Genryusai and Rina is
Rina
about
McIntyre.
to begin.
Rina
McIntyre.
Reba's sister, Rina.
Okay, and then after that, it is, you're bouncing from country to country.
Mm-hmm. You go to France.
Yep.
You go to Europe. Mm-hmm. You go to France.
You bounce around from France to England.
You go to Britain.
England is on like a train level, basically.
Mm-hmm.
England, known for their trains. Then you go to
Italy.
Italy, okay.
There's only 6 stages in this game.
Yeah. And then Italy is when you finally see another Street Fighter character.
Oh, I missed it.
Who is small, the only one that's smaller than Mike Haggar,
right, sure.
Rolento.
Not the only one who's smaller.
Right. Oh, who else is smaller?
Philippe, the clown you fight in Britain.
Oh, okay. I forgot about
Britain's Joker. I'm the Joker, isn't it? That's what he says when he comes out of his little cage.
Have you seen the Joaquin Phoenix Joker trailer?
I've seen a lot of screenshots of it. Does that count? I've given up on DC. I don't really even.
Brandy Jr. showed it to me, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, it's good?
It looked really good.
It looked good.
It looked really good. I mean, it's definitely an Elseworlds tale.
Yeah.
But it looked really good. Joaquin Phoenix was creepy as fuck.
Well,
I was very impressed.
I mean, that does not surprise me.
It looked like he was channeling
Mel Gibson.
Well, yeah, the Joker's always channeling
Mel Gibson.
So, but he looked like he was
Judd Hirsch,
and Christian Bale,
Jacob York.
Only
those who have watched the Suikoden casting, the exclusive Patreon Suikoden casting episode, know what we're talking about.
So me, you, and Brandy Jr.
Literally no one by the time this publishes, because this episode publishes before that hits Patreon.
But whenever you go back. And
right.
You'll get it.
You'll get it. Yeah.
It'll be really
so
good.
Make sure to watch that video and then re-listen to this so you can get all the jokes.
Yeah, there you go. That's the secret.
You can get all this and goofs.
Rolento, who is called just Rolent. Take off the O. In every incarnation, they take off the O. So I don't know what translation, he's in English Street Fighter games at this point, so I don't know what happened there.
He's relentless.
I'm relentless.
Which is an achievement that I've made for this game.
Fuck, that's good.
Called Relentless. In order to unlock Relentless, you need to lose all of your lives to Rolent's grenades. because
Which
once
are bullshit.
once you get him down to like where once you like knock all his shields, because this game does that thing where it's like you'll hit an enemy and if his HP bar is not yellow. If it's any color than yellow, it means you're not really doing any damage.
Yeah.
You just got to get through all those colors, man. You got to like get them from pink to blue
Get
to
through that
green
prismatic
to
wall.
orange. Yeah, exactly. You got to break down his 7 colors of defenses. And then you're in yellow, and then you turn that yellow to red, and then when it's all red, he's finally dead. So in order to unlock Relentless, when Rolent gets to yellow, he just starts throwing grenades. Like
everywhere.
Spams grenades. Like you're fighting him in Italy on a balcony, and it is just like he will stand on the railing of that balcony, run back and forth, and just throw grenades at you on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's like he'll hop down for a
I mean,
second.
they're more like M80s, but still, yeah.
They explode like M80s, but they definitely hurt you like grenades.
Yeah.
Because it is like
They wrap you in flame.
yes, it's a yoga flame essentially.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it is.
Yoga
It's
flame
that
animation. Yep.
man. You like and then fly back, engulfed in flame. So in order to unlock Relentless, you need to burn an entire credit in that fight, which is very easy to do.
Yeah, that is a rough fight.
Hardest fight in the game. Seriously, hardest fight in the game. End boss is easy.
He does his shadow jump, like
Yeah, he's moving around like Nightcrawler in
Yep.
the X-Men arcade game.
everyone's pretty slow for the most part. All the bosses, because they're steroid normal enemies,
except for Philip the Clown.
Yep.
Is it Philip? Philippe? Is that Philip?
I like Philippe.
Or is that Philippe?
I think Philippe.
Philippe doesn't seem like a very British name to me, though. Philippe?
Yeah.
But maybe I would assume it's Philippe.
Philippi. Like Ryan Philippe.
Philippe.
Yeah.
Philippe.
There you
That's
go.
what it is. You get the Philip and then the P-E at the end of it. Philippe. All right. He has a cane. He kind of seemed like that clown kind of seemed like, I don't know if they were going for like a Clockwork Orange a little bit with it. Because he's fighting with a cane, but he's very much a clown. Kind of also reminded me of LeFou from Cowboy Bebop, except he's not a big fat clown. Skinny clown. British Joker.
I'm with it. But after you defeat Rolent, as Rolent laid on the ground, he told the 3 heroes something shocking. You must travel back to Japan where my master awaits you. There you will also find Genrusai and Rina. But beware, my master is the most powerful man in the world and cannot be defeated. You will die. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. No, he lies. His master is way less powerful than he is. Rolent doesn't. His biggest flaw is that he didn't really believe in himself. He didn't realize that he had exceeded his master.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you're right.
His master's kind of like, it's like Obi-Wan holding Anakin back, essentially.
Yeah.
Rolent is Anakin, of course, in this analogy. Philippe would be Yoda. Philippe, sorry, would be Yoda for sure.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
No. We can go farther down. You've seen all the prequels, so I feel like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Wan is actually probably Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan.
Oh.
So never mind. That breaks the whole thing. Qui-Gon.
I hope it was
Qui-Gon
Wonton, but they thought that was too racist, so they changed it to Wan.
Yeah. That probably, I don't know. I don't know. I do hope it was Wonton. I hope the reason was stupider than that. I hope the reason was like, how do you spell wonton? Just make it Wan. I think it's Wonton. Maybe wonton. Yeah, I guess you're right. Just Wan. Wan's fine. Also, get rid of the meat cleaver. We're not
True,
savages.
Yeah.
There are also a few other weird changes, like the tall regular enemies with knives that jump in and flip around. Those used to be female characters, and then they just made them male characters. I don't know why. I guess because they don't want you beating up women.
Only the bad guys do that. Only the Mad Gear can hit Maki.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
So,
Which
yeah.
I mean, okay, I guess I can kind of see that, but it's a bad look for the Mad Gear gang.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, no women allowed, unless they're poison.
That's true. Yeah, even them poison.
Right?
But what, you go to Japan for very, very long level fighting all the Andores, Junior,
The Andores
Senior,
are back.
Grandpa,
Andore, Uncle Andore, they're all back. The gang's all together. It's a family reunion. It's an Andore family reunion. It's actually not like in length. It's not like in like miles. It's not a long level. It's just they throw all the enemies at you. It's kind of like a themed party because they do throw like, okay, here are all the Zangoofs. And so you fight like 8 Zangoofs, and then you move on to the next area and like, all right, now you fight all the Elix, which are the guys, the fat guys who look like they work at Sunglass Hut, who have car batteries on their side, like they're holstered car batteries, and then they've got these tuning forks that are connected to the Essentially, every Final Fight game has this character in some form or fashion. It's the big dude. It's the big short dude who charges. They all have it.
Yep.
And in this game, it's Elick, the electrician, I guess.
Yeah, that's what.
It's what it is.
Elick the electrician.
That's what it is. It's it's probably wonton originally. Like going back to that, it probably was wonton, the Chinese chef. Because he's got a meat cleaver. It probably honestly 1,000% was wonton at some point in time.
One of the enemies looks like a blind guy carrying on a cane because he's got black round sunglasses and like a walking cane.
Yes. And also a very, very tiny black sports bra that he wears under his vest. I think his name is Eli.
Eli, yeah, you think you're right. Elijah or Eli or... Because then there are others that don't look like they're blind, but look just like him.
Right. Tall dude with cane.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what are the other enemies? There's your standard punks who just essentially kick.
Yeah.
Which I've died to one of those, which really, really sucks. That's frustrating when it's like I'm fighting like 3 of the guys with the canes and the sports bras, and then this fucking his name is I'll never forget it. Tell me what name this is. I'm going to spell it. Schot.
Scott.
Or SC Hot.
Shoot.
A hottie from South Carolina. I have no idea. I've never... is it like Schmidt, but for Scott?
Scott. Scott.
Anyway, I'm fighting 3 of the blind dudes, and then like they're beating my ass. And
how do you spell Scott? Ska. Oh, there's an H in there. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Nailed it. And then he just comes in and kicks me, and it's over. And it's like, I have to deal with this now. I lost a credit because this random asshole kicked me.
What I do like about this game is, it's very important to try and not be flanked in these games.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Mike Haggar can just, pick people and suplex them in the direction you want them and just line them all up.
Yeah.
Go to town.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yep. Pretty seamlessly, too.
Yeah, no, the grabbing mechanic is kind of, I like it. It's a mechanic where essentially like if you walk into an enemy and they are not attacking, you grab them, which is changed in Final Fight 3. You have to actually hit like L or R to grab. I like being able to just walk into them because they're like you Velcro onto them, and it allows you to like do it very quickly. And you can grab bosses too. Like I love Haggar like grabbing Wan, this huge fucking dude, and just like slamming him down. I was like, fuck yes. How about yes? This feels really good because it's like, it's kind of like that. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if you couldn't grab the bosses because it's like that Final Fantasy trope where it's like, oh no, status effects don't work on bosses.
Yep.
Like that's how I feel like grabs would be in a beat 'em up, where it's like, no, grabs work on anything in this game but bosses. You got to fight a boss with punches, kicks, and jump kicks.
And Mike Haggar's like, nah, son.
Yeah, I got this. I'm the wrestling man.
Saban ain't got shit on me.
I am the slam master.
You're right. There you go.
On Sunday mornings, Saturday night, someone else has that, but on Sunday, I'm the Sunday morning slam master.
Let's see. As you progress through that level fight, really, there are like 6 people in the Mad Gear gang. They're just like they have cloning technologies.
Of course they do. Gearbots.
Yeah. When you get to the boss, who is just
Jiraiya from Naruto.
Yeah, it's kind of a lit down pink Jiraiya.
Very much a letdown.
So I was like, "Where's his gun?"
Because he's like a kabuki quantum fighter.
Yeah,
is essentially what he is.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
With the pink hair, everything. He's just a beefy, steroided up kabuki quantum fighter. I can't remember whose name was Scott, I think. I'm trying to think back. I think it was like Colonel Scott or something like that. It all comes full circle.
Yeah, you're right.
It all comes full circle. You don't fight him inside a computer. You fight him inside a dojo. And he is like he hits hard, but he is very slow, and he hops around on his kabuki sandals. I don't know what you call those.
Yep.
It's like
What Jiraiya and Samurai Jack wear.
like the platform sandals
Yeah.
that were real popular in the 70s. And
in the 1570s.
yeah, the 1570s, yeah. And then you beat him, and then you punch him through the window of the dojo.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to punch through a wall to get into his dojo. There's no door. He just punched through a wall.
That is true. Yeah, he has a balcony, but no door. It's a real pain in the ass for him to get to work. He always knocks down that evil Oni mask that he's got when he jumps through the balcony to get to work. To do his kabuki paperwork.
Yep. Got these kidnapped people here. I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, I like to think that he's like the Haggar counterpart of this small province of Japan. He's the mayor of Oni Land, essentially.
It does say, like it's one of the credits about Mike Haggar rules over Metro City as its mayor. Like, I don't think you know what mayors are.
He rules over.
It's not like no. In America, they have kings of cities. They call them mayors.
Yeah, I don't know that
And then they have their own king, John Mayor.
And he's awful, I hear.
A true tyrant.
I don't think I'd vote for the guy who's like, vote for me.
Taylor Swift called him a pussy tyrant.
That's weird. That's my first tattoo I ever got. Pussy tyrants, right on my waistband.
But it is actually Tyrant from Resident Evil, just covered in vaginas.
Yeah, right. It is the most disturbing deviant art you've ever seen. It's like a heck eyes, but instead of eyes, it is vaginas.
Just the worst vaginas.
I am pussy tyrant. I don't think I'd vote for a mayor whose platform was, I will rule over you.
Yeah.
Vote for me.
And if I have a problem, I will beat the fuck out of you.
That I'm more okay with. Yeah, that I'm more okay with. I don't think
You don't wish Bill Paxton could just come into your office and beat the fuck out of you?
It'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? I mean,
former mayor of Paducah.
especially if it was one of those situations where it's like it was commonplace, where it's like you're like, I'm at Firehouse Subs eating a sandwich, nursing a black eye, and like the regular cashier Bo is like, David, what's wrong? And I'm like, I just got beat up by Bill Paxton. And he's like, oh man, that happened to me in February. I'm sorry.
I kidnapped his daughter. What'd you do?
Right? What did I was just a man. I was just a man with a knife.
You got mook slapped. Yeah, been there.
Yeah. Mook Slapped is the name of my ska band. We opened for Real Big Fish one time. It was pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Mook Slapped. Have you heard any of their music? It's all the same. You're right.
Well, whenever you defeat the boss, then you see Maki, Daddy, Rena. Oh, Maki, I'm so happy to see you. You must have had a hard time finding us.
So I'm sorry to interrupt Tadpog Theater, but this part of the game confuses the fuck out of me.
A little bit.
Because when she says daddy, it's like, who is she talking to? Is she talking to Gin Hockey?
Yeah, Gin Ryu Sai or whatever.
Was that established that he was her dad?
Yeah.
I thought that she was just in this.
Her sister and father, and her sister is engaged to Guy.
Man, just get rid of the narrative. We don't need it.
You're not around enough teenage girls to be able to follow this kind of stuff.
I can't follow his One Tree Hill kind of like storyline. I'm just showing my age here. That's what the kids. That's what the kids slap to, right? That's what the kids.
Absolutely, 15 years ago.
That's what the kids wig snatch to, right? One Tree Hill.
Oh, that's good. You must have had a hard time finding us. And then it cuts to, looks like Mike Haggar cuddling with Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter Jessica was kidnapped, Guy helped me find her. Now I have repaid that debt and crushed the Mad Gear. Carlos says nothing the entire time. And then it cuts to Rena. I want to tell Guy about this, but unfortunately he is still in training. Oh, Guy. Credits. role, but the BG design, Ryutora's mama.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I liked reading the credits to this. I think Yuki's in there. I think there's a Yuki in there. I could be mistaken. It right off the bat is like two people. Their first name is Hyper, which I love.
Yep. It's like Hyper Monkey and Hyper Mania or something.
Yeah, they're essentially Mega Man X villains. Yeah, Hyper Monkey. There is. Do you know the true ending?
No.
Guy shows up.
Oh.
Yeah, if you beat the game on expert mode, because if you beat it on normal, which I did, which I think normal is actually pretty breezy. Yeah, you can get through normal pretty easy. Mm-hmm. It says challenge other mode, and then so I was like, okay, I will challenge other mode, and I played it on hard, got to the boss, and then died, which is always a real bummer. Also, I want to point out the boss, Major Colonel Scott, aka Kabuki Quantum Fighter, he did not have a gun, which blew my mind.
Yep.
I didn't think, like, even though I saw the hostages hanging from the top, I was like, there's no way this is the final boss, because he is kicking me with sandals and not shooting me with a machine gun, which is standard beat 'em up trope. This is not. There's gonna be. I'm gonna beat this guy.
I mean, they're in Japan, like, so that would make him the worst. Worst person.
Yeah. He's shooting a gun while smoking marijuana, and it's like that is the baddest person in Japan, the most evil man.
Also, want to comment how fucking powerful. I feel like it's only in like one level, but God, the Tonfa is so fucking powerful.
When do you get a Tonfa?
I think.
Oh, you're right.
Before you fight Wan.
You're right.
Because he just like it has like a half a screen reach, and Mike just hit you. Nope, got you in the stomach.
Yeah,
got you in the stomach. Got you. You can't even get close to me, can you? Got you in the stomach.
I'm glad you brought up the Tonfa, because this game has, as far as weapons goes, it has 3 weapons. And what I think is interesting about it is those weapons are 2x4, Tonfa, and knife. Mm-hmm. And so in like standard like Final Fight style, like if you've got a weapon and you get hit by an enemy, you drop that weapon and it's gone. Unless it is the weapon that is special to your character.
Oh. Okay.
Because Carlos, when he has the knife, if he gets hit, the knife falls on the ground, he can pick it back up. And it's like, I don't know how many times you can do that, but it's awesome. The 2x4 is Haggar's, and the Tonfa is Maki's, which carries over to Street Fighter Alpha 3, where she's playable and she uses Tonfas. And it's like, man, that is that's a cool,
detail.
Nice little detail. Yeah, I like that. I really like this game. Yeah. Not to like spoil anything, but yeah, I think Final Fight 2 was a fun game.
Better than Final Fight.
And I think I do. I think it's better than Final Fight. I think it's that's a tough thing to say, but for the SNES, absolutely. Is it better than Final Fight Arcade? That's tough, because I mean, to me, Guy and Cody are like, they're the Final Fight people. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's tough, but it's like, truly, yes. I think Final Fight 2 is an improvement on Final Fight Arcade.
Yeah. Because at the end, then you see, cause I guess this is the mode, the true ending mode, because then Rena's writing a letter, which also makes no sense, because, okay, Guy's been training. He hasn't helped at all. So she writes a letter. I don't know how I'm going to thank all your friends, but I'll start by thanking you. Please finish your training soon so that we can be together. I'll love you always. Love, Rena. And then it cuts to Guy on a boat. Like, he looks like Ken training on his level in Street Fighter 2. Mm-hmm. Thanks, my friends. I owe you one. Don't worry, Rena. I'll be home soon.
That's the true ending. Yeah. That's the ending you get if you beat it on Expert.
Okay.
Which I have not done. I would have as a kid. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's worth it.
No, that's not worth it, but just doing it is worth it, I feel like. Yeah, man. That's like one of those like 1 credit challenges that people do for like Final Fight and beat 'em ups, where it's like, I'm going to beat this game on 1 credit. Like, I like that kind of stuff. I think that's cool. I can never do it. I can get pretty far in Final Fight on 1 credit, but I can't finish the game.
So I think this was an improvement in every way over Final Fight, except I like the Final Fight sound effects more.
Yeah, and generally I think the music I like better in Final Fight as well. And it may be just because it's more iconic, because it's like I'm used to hearing that like Bay song, which is like kind of sort of like is reminiscent. Like it's like, ooh, I feel like there are notes of like upcoming Street Fighter 2, like that kind of deal. Also, I don't like the fact that you're out of Metro City. Like that's my biggest complaint about the game is it feels weird that you're going from country to country, and it is obvious that they are doing it because that is a thing that you did in a very popular game called Street Fighter 2.
Yep. If anything, you should be over in River City and going through River City to stop the Mad Gear.
I love it. I'm glad that you brought up River City because I have a question for you. Out of like the beat 'em up series, do you have a favorite? Because, I mean, we've talked about Final Fight. We've talked about Streets of Rage. We've talked about Double Dragon. I mean, I guess you could kind of... I don't know if you could throw River City in there because it's essentially... There are other River City Ransom games, but like not clustered in the same era, you know? Do you have a favorite? Like, do you prefer like one over the others?
A favorite beat 'em up, period?
Yeah, like a favorite beat 'em up, not period, but like series.
Just because Scott Pilgrim
just so you
is only
can't
one
say
game.
Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yeah.
Which essentially, like, truly, like, if you were going to say Scott Pilgrim, then you could argue, well, that's a River City Ransom game.
Yeah, that's very accurate. I guess I were to beat 'em up series. The only beat 'em up series I played a lot, so I will go with it, and that'd be Streets of Rage. But then again, that was the only game that like Brandon had that we both really enjoyed playing together. So we were kind of pigeonholed into that. But I guess de facto it goes to Streets of Rage.
Yeah, I mean, still valid. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Streets of Rage I think is great. I think the Streets of Rage music is like wonderful music. I think it's over the top. I feel like that series is weirdly more over the top than Final Fight. Because like Final Fight is like over the top, but in like really small ways. You know what I mean? Like the character designs, like it's like, oh, a tall dude with round glasses and a sports bra with a purple vest. And it's like, that's quirky, but it's like, and meanwhile, like Streets of Rage, it's like, oh, the police have shown up and they're firing missiles at us.
Call for some backup. Oh, a bazooka? Perfect.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I like Streets of Rage as well, but we can all agree that like Double Dragon's the worst.
Yeah.
It's that platforming, man. Like when I was playing Final Fight 2 on stream, like I was
except for Double Dragon Neon.
Yeah, Double Dragon Neon's great, but I still think that it has. I want my beat 'em ups to be beat 'em ups. I don't want platforming elements in my beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
and I guess we could have included Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
because there are several TMNT beat 'em ups.
Yeah, that's true. There are a lot.
Definitely
could have said that.
Not the Simpsons, because there's pretty much the one.
Just the one.
And then all the other games that ever came out were inferior to the Simpsons arcade game. I mean, every game.
Every game.
not every Simpsons game, every game.
X-Men only has the one. Well, no, Children of the Atom was pretty much a beat 'em up.
It's Fighter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but they do have Mutant Apocalypse.
Mutant Apocalypse, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, which is a Capcom jam. Really, we covered that one. I love that game. That's
so I guess that could mean the arcade and then that one.
And you could probably count some of like, I don't know, like the Genesis games feel more like platformers to me than
I don't know. I think they're almost like weird bad puzzlers.
Yeah, they're pretty much, they're Tetris with mutants.
Yeah.
Puyo with mutants.
Only you have to reset your game.
Can you imagine if that's like how you use Cerebro? Like not resetting the game, because that is what you do. But like if you play like Puyo or something, or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Oh, let me find the mutants. All right.
Help me out. Well, do you have any achievements for this game?
Well, I have Relentless, which I
really
shared
good.
earlier. And I feel like
That's
that's all I
really good.
really need to contribute, to be honest.
Okay.
That's probably the best I've ever done with achievements. Do you have any?
Knife Guy, and that is when you have the knife on Carlos and you kill 20 guys. And that's just a reference to Mario RPG, just because I like it.
Knife Guy.
Knife Guy.
I've got a Carlos one. It's called Smooth, and it's when you play as Carlos, a 2-player mode. You're playing with Rob Thomas. You're Carlos Santana, and then he can be either Maki or Haggar. I kind of, Rob Thomas is probably a Maki guy, is my guess.
Yeah.
We've got a couple that came in from Twitch chat, I think. This could be embarrassing. I refuse to edit it out. All right, here we go. From Twitch chat. So a thing on TADPOG Church when I stream on Sundays, 8:30 Central. Would love to see you there. Is you can use a command in chat called !Chivo, and it gives you a link to a Google form. It's a very complicated procedure when I say it out loud, where you can submit an achievement. And a few people have done that. I'd like to. This is, I think, a first. This is an achievement from Harold Arthur, and this achievement is. And
Floor turd.
I'm glad that he mentioned this because we did not talk about this boss and we need to.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's not Bratkin. It's Bratkin's monster. And in order to unlock, actually, it's not Bratkin. It's Bratkin's monster. It's a common misconception. You need to defeat Bratkin, who is the one boss we didn't talk about.
Yeah, I forgot about that Frankenstein monster-looking motherfucker.
Frankenstein's monster, essentially. Like,
makes total sense.
He's back.
You're in Germany, I think, when you fight him.
Holland. Yeah, you're in Holland. Which is also a weird stage because we didn't talk about Holland at all. Like, there are mines. Is like Holland known for mines?
Yeah, it's my town.
The Tyler Holland mines. That's like your 60s prom band. Tyler Holland and the Mines. And then it's like, man, the mines are great because it's like the AI, the enemies are so dumb that you can just like lead them into mines and then they yoga flame themselves. That's pretty great. So thank you, Harold Arthur. I always get a little self-conscious when Sandwich Pope feels like Harold Arthur is watching. And I'm like, okay.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, damn it. The next achievement comes in from Bovine Bear, and that achievement is, excuse me, I'd like to get by now. In order to unlock excuse me, I'd like to get by now, you need to take no damage from the guy with the shocker.
All right.
Elect.
All right.
He's our elected official.
Elected.
Unlike the mayor who rules over us in Metro City.
Just the power.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, let me throw something else at you. You did the whole Tadpog Theater, which I love. There's a point in the game where I think the dialogue is when you beat Roland, they say we need to go back to Japan.
Yeah.
So does that then confirms that Metro City is a city in Japan?
In Japan. Damn, man. Yeah. It's got to.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Unless they were in Japan off camera at some point.
Well, I'm just going to assume you guys look well-traveled. So...
I also love.
I mean, she uses a tonfa, and then I know Mike. Like mayors visit other mayors, right? As kings,
King of City.
That's what you go. Yeah, so you've probably been. You gotta go back to Japan, man.
I would love. The King of Fighters game. I would love that, but it's all real life mayors, giant real life mayors that fight in their city, and it's like each city.
Fuck.
Yeah, you got Giuliani.
What's his name of Toronto? Ford, the huge guy who did cocaine all the time. Yeah.
Oh man, dude, are there any programmers out there? Because we got a fucking hot potato in the oven. Hit me up.
Rahm Emanuel, he took over after he used to work for Obama, and then he became the mayor of Chicago.
Oh, dude, we have got to. This is a thing. We got to kickstart this. We could make this happen. We have to it has to
mayoral madness.
It has to be we have to be a little bit parody though. So we have to come up with parody names for everybody. So instead of Ford, it's like Chevy.
Bomb Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah, man. This thing writes its fucking self.
Well, it's Rob Fort or Rob Chevy.
Rob Chevy.
Yeah, Bob Chevy.
Bob Chevy. It's actually a guy I work with, Bob Chevy. And Bob Chevy sounds like a character from Parks and Rec or something.
I am not going to talk to Bob Chevy. Every time I go to talk to Bob Chevy, you know how that goes.
Absolutely.
Leslie, go talk to Bob Chevy. No one likes dealing with Bob Chevy.
Also, I'd like to see Leslie Knope in Mortal Kombat 11. That is all. She's it's or Smash Brothers.
Smash, yeah.
I'd be fine with that. We already have Isabel though. Never mind. Isabel is the Leslie Knope of Animal Crossing.
Oh, man, yeah. But I remember I saw someone had mocked up a screenshot of a 2D cartoony Street Fighter style Game of Thrones.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Rob Stark versus Khal Drogo.
That's an old one.
Yeah, that style, but with all the NBC sitcom stars.
I like it. But a hidden character is like someone from another network, like Al Bundy or something.
Yeah.
It's like fathead Al Bundy. You enter the code.
Young Al Bundy in his polk high football outfit, fastest character in the game.
Oh man, his fatality is he rips someone's head off and then runs 60 yards. I can't remember how many fucking yards he ran. My Married with Children foo is weak.
What I heard on the radio this morning driving to work that like Ed O'Neill turned like 73 or 74.
Nope.
Fuck.
No. I mean, I'm glad he's not dead, you know?
Yeah.
Like, on one hand, that's like, hey, that's great.
And he's
on the
still
other
doing good
hand-
shit on Modern Family, so.
Yeah. So Sam Jackson also is like one of those where it's like, that dude's 70 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to let that sink in because it's like I got into a altercation with a coworker where we were talking about how old Sam Jackson was, and we were trying to we were throwing out guesses, and someone said he was in his 60s. I was like, there is no fucking way he's in his 60s. That man is in his late 50s, if anything. No, he's 70 years old.
I mean, I work with 70-year-old people, and they do not look that good.
You need to let them know that.
Yep. You're no.
Yeah.
When they complain to me about their hours, hey, you're no Sam Jackson.
Right.
You need to step on.
Yeah, I saw him kick a scroll into a filing cabinet. You can scoop those mashed potatoes.
I mean, he nearly took a scroll in hand-to-hand combat. Come on.
Yeah, there were some weird cuts. It's fine. But they made it happen. There were a few cuts where it's like, I haven't seen Iron Fist, but I do feel like this is what people were complaining about in Iron Fist.
Okay.
Because like there are some like kicks and stuff where it's like, that cut early. Because he's 70 years old. He
70
cannot
years
lift his
old,
leg
yeah.
up that high.
70 years old and having to play like a guy who was 30
In his
something.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought they did I had to take a little dig.
I like
thought they
that
did
Coulson was in it. Very, very much like that Coulson was in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, they did the things right. They did the things right. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have had such a wonderful 500th episode
Yeah.
with you.
Wonderful, painful 500th episode.
Oh boy, it feels like I have been doing like 4 Max Hardcore shoots like back to back. My throat hurts so bad.
Now you know what blowing you is like.
No, I don't think I still know that. Maybe
I'm not even close to that.
maybe I know what it feels like 2 days after. I had a lot of fun on this 500th extravaganza.
Yeah, man.
Before we close things out, I have a couple questions for you. The first of which is, if you were to give this game a beard, which sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be and why?
I would give this the beard of Jackson from Bloodsport, he is the big, loud American.
I have not seen Bloodsport. Feel free to lob your insults at me. Tyler, no one else may. Tyler, feel free.
No, I'm not going to insult you for not seeing it.
Okay.
It's pretty good if you ever have like a Saturday afternoon to burn.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the Adam Sandler joint?
Yeah, exactly. God, I wish they'd remake that with Adam Sandler.
Everyone else is casted the same. It's the same cast.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of Jean-Claude Van Damme, it's Adam Sandler.
It's just Adam Sandler. Yeah. The dialogue doesn't change. Like, it's a shot-for-shot remake of the movie with the original cast. It's just Adam Sandler, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Kumite. Oh, Kumite. I'm going to go fight at the Kumite.
Now, is that what he says? So we're going to let him ad-lib a little bit?
Well, yeah.
All right, that's fine.
No, it's Adam, we're doing Bloodsport. Go. And that's just it.
Tyler.
So, but yeah, he's very tall, husky dude, full beard.
Oh.
He nearly takes out the reigning Kumite champion, who's pretty evil. Nearly gets in, but then in the end, nearly dies.
Okay.
So,
All right. It seems like one of those movies that I need cable for.
yeah.
Like, it seems like
Yeah.
one of those movies where it's like, I'm
You see
worried.
it on HBO 4.
Yeah, like I might be disappointed if I like seek it out to watch it,
Yeah.
but like if it's just kind of happening around me and I get sucked into it, it seems like one of those movies where it's be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can get into this.
Yep.
All right, cool.
It is.
I've had
It's
4
exactly
beers.
like
Yeah,
that.
let's watch this.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's
mean,
exactly what it's like.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, What kind of glasses would it be, and why?
I would give it when the final boss.
When a man loves a woman.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's all I know of that song. Are there more lyrics?
No, that's it. It's just that 16 times.
When a man loves a woman. When a man loves a woman.
Exactly. See?
When a man loves a woman. That's how it goes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Man, damn, dude. It's like, are you actually Percy Sledge? Is that what's going on?
This has been a long con. You remember Sawyer from Lost? I'm kind of like Sawyer from Lost. This whole time, I've been that person you mentioned.
No, there is a scene when like powder gets blown into Jean-Claude Van Damme's
Now, I have
eyes.
seen Powder.
Yeah.
I only saw it because of Step by Step.
Someone blows powder and then blows that into Jean-Claude Van Damme's eyes.
The snowball, the Step by Step snowball. The Cousin Cody snowball. I'm familiar with that one.
It's all like blurry. He can't see. You think he's going to lose. And he goes all like Rock Lee and ends up winning when he...
You mean Rock Hudson?
Exactly. He gets AIDS. He gives everyone AIDS and wins.
Did you know that
Bloodsport is about Jean-Claude Van Damme giving everyone AIDS?
But mainly Adam Sandler.
It is my blood sport.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have one more question for you. If you were to buy this game loose, I'm losing my voice, how much do you think you would pay for it?
See, I bet it and 3 are fairly expensive. Like Mega Man X is reasonable, 2 and 3 a lot, just like I bet Final Fight is super cheap, 2 is pretty expensive, and 3 is incredibly expensive.
Well, I'll look it up after you answer, but I think Final Fight Guy is like ludicrously expensive because it was a Blockbuster exclusive.
Gotcha. You're probably right.
So we'll have a little fun because
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll get there.
Maybe we will do Final Fight Guy, episode 1500.
Yep. Or I guess, are we going to take them out of the randomizer? Save them for...
I got some questions about how we're going to handle the randomizer because it's like Super Game Boy is listed as a Super Nintendo game, like out of this 725, and it's like, do we just do an episode on Super Game Boy?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we tried out with various games, review the actual product that is the Super Game Boy.
All right, I don't own one. I guess I'll have to buy one.
And whenever we get to like a Super Scope 6 game, so
we quit.
Yeah. We'll have to scrape together the $80 and buy a Super Scope 6.
I've been dangerously close to buying a Super Scope 6.
I would actually love to have a Super Scope 6.
I've been dangerously close. If I owned a CRT television, I would have. Like, I was on the page, like ready to bid, and I was like, yeah, but if I get this, then I got to get a CRT. Which my boss is like, you can have my CRT.
Elizabeth that I work with last week, she said,
"Oh, I know Liz."
Yeah, do you really?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, she told me, she's like, all right, so you love video games and everything. Yep. Well, my friend is moving. He's giving away
oh my God.
his TV and stand and stuff. Do you want it? I was like,
and you said yes.
I was like,
of
yeah.
course.
So Ryan went and got it for me and came back. And he's like, holy shit, dude. It is like the biggest, heaviest old school CRTV I've ever seen.
Is it like the wood panel like kind of thing?
Not quite like that. Like I that's what I had growing up, but it is fucking massive, and it was incredibly heavy.
So where is it? In your garage?
It's in the garage.
Awesome,
yeah.
man.
So we have a giant CRTV if we want to do that.
That's why I haven't gotten this one from my boss yet, is because it's like, I don't have a stand. Like, where am I going to put it?
Yeah.
Like on the floor? Like, that is the only place I feel like I could put it. And it's like, if I put it on a little bookshelf, it's going to break that bookshelf.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not prepared for a CRT television.
Yeah. This beast has its own stand he gave me for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're good to go if
Cool,
we want to
man.
go that route.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. How much do you think this game is? On price charting. Loose. Final Fight 2.
$55.
Tyler. Actual retail value of Final Fight 2 for the Super Nintendo on pricecharting.com. Loose at the time of this recording is $47.54. You were pretty close.
So I nearly said 45. I was like, I'll crank it up.
You were pretty close. I'm not gonna look up Final Fight Guy because
We might do it.
we'll probably do it. What's gonna be fucked up is when we do Final Fight Guy, but we refuse to do each Madden game individually. I feel like we can get some blowback on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Or it's like the difference between Madden 96 and 97 is enormous, and you motherfuckers did Final Fight and Final Fight Guy individually.
Well, we can play in Final Fight 1 with Final Fight Guy then. Final Fight 1 guy.
Ooh, like you fight one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's like Super Shadow of the Colossus. You just fight one giant guy. And then you feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's just training.
God, I fought the guy. I killed the guy. He was the only one.
He was the only, there are no more guys left. You got any other questions?
Is clear still your favorite color?
No, I think it's bright yellow.
Bright yellow?
I think it's bright
like a
yellow.
Charlie Brown shirt yellow?
Because I feel, I guess maybe more like a neon yellow, a very bright yellow.
Like I'm trying to, like a Big Bird yellow?
Yeah, a big bird yellow.
All right. Does it make you happy?
Yeah.
I hear that about yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My grandmother had a yellow room in her house that I hated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I
just a baby room?
No, it was just
If you thought that's a baby room.
No, it was just like, honestly, I think it was because my mom was like, I don't like this yellow. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm with you.
I'm your son. I hate all the things you hate. That's how it works.
That's how, yeah, pretty much. That's the agreement I made when I was born. I could either like get cast to the wolves or agree with everything you say. That's not true. I would have chosen the wolves because I thought wolves were cool.
Cast me to them wolves, dog.
Oh, man. Not dogs, wolves. Dogs would have been okay, too.
Yeah.
I like dogs, too.
Cast me to those dogs.
Yeah, cast me to those dogs.
They're pretty chill.
Yeah. They're way more chill than wolves and better fed. I've never once dropped a sandwich on the floor and been like, it'd be fine. The wolf will get it. I don't have to worry about cleaning that up.
Yep.
Dog, on the other hand,
That's true.
man's best friend. He will eat that sandwich.
Except for Bella. Bella won't eat drop that bacon, drop that steak. Nope.
Picky ass dog.
Yeah, incredibly
dog.
picky. Incredibly.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to drop food on the floor just to test Clementine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll drop a chip or something on the floor because look, here's the rule in our house. Don't feed Clementine people food.
Mm-hmm.
But if it falls on the ground and it's not chocolate or onion, it's fair game.
Yeah.
She can have it. Just don't like acknowledge the fact that she's eating it.
Yeah.
So I'll do a test every now and then and like knock a chip on the ground and then see what she does. She's actually pretty fucking good. Like I'm amazed because it's like she will stare at it on the couch for a long time until I leave. And then when I leave, she will eat it.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's my dog story.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Pretty much all I
Good
had
dog
to
story.
say. Yeah.
All right. Now you know the rest of the story. All right.
Do you remember?
Happy 500th episode.
Yeah, happy 500th episode. I brought a heart-shaped pizza we can bring to the strip club to celebrate.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, we can
Nice.
share it or we can eat it ourselves. It's fine.
I mean, I love sharing pizza with strippers.
I mean, that was my first podcast name, was Sharing Pizza with Strippers. It was a Strangers with Candy podcast. We, kind of play on the name, and we eat a different pizza from Domino's each time.
That's pretty good.
We go through all their special flavors, and then we ran out of pizza.
Yeah. They get a greasy lap dance.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best kind. When they ask me, like, would you like grease on this lap dance? I'm like, yes, please.
So that time I got that super cold and clammy lap dance when you and Brandon left the strip club.
Yeah, you can't blame that on us, man.
Oh, I should have just been like, nope, I don't want to sit in that middle school chair while you, who have been on a very long shift.
Yeah, you made that mistake. That was not.
Ooh, that
like,
was absolutely the worst.
That
lap
is,
dance
you learned a
ever.
lesson that day. You learned a lesson that Christmas, and that lesson was sometimes you got to say no.
Yeah. Whenever you're having someone grind on you and you're like, man, I could have bought a Susan and Harto with that money, then you know you've made a mistake.
Yeah. Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
God, if someone could have seen me, I would look to the camera like I made a Jim face at it. What if someone could have just
Yeah.
seen that moment?
Yeah. Her ass made a Kevin face.
Spilt chili everywhere. It was awful.
I'm glad you brought up the spilled chili because when you were talking about Ryan going to get the CRT, I was like, I almost said, please let it be like a Kevin from The Office, like spilling the chili scenario, but instead of chili, it's a CRT.
Yeah. Just glass everywhere, and he's trying to scrape
No. Chili comes out of it.
Chili comes out of the TV. Man, why is this so heavy? Shatter chili.
Chili. The most impressive magic trick.
That could be our successful YouTube channel where we just walk around with things that don't look like they're full of chili around people and then accidentally drop them and then be very weirded out when chili comes spilling out of them.
It's called Is It Full of Chili? I like it. I'm on board. We just do it at Walmart. Or no, what would be great is if we do it at a restaurant that serves chili. So it's very easy for us.
It looks like we've stolen chili in a TV.
All right, new idea. We steal chili in a TV.
In various restaurants around town that serve chili.
We hire policemen to chase us while we carry around TVs full of chili.
Two crazy and chili guys.
Oh my God. It fucking writes itself, man. All right. I'm done with this podcasting shit. I'm moving on to chili thievery. All right. It does sound, it's like a Wet Bandits kind of thing where it's like, it's our trademark. We put chili in their TVs. We rob their houses and we put chili in their TVs. Wendy's chili, of course.
It's economical.
Yeah. You can get the leftover hamburgers. You put it in a little stew for a little bit.
It's really good.
Fine. I respect that, Dave Thomas.
Yeah, no, it is a fucking good idea.
Some people think it's gross. It might be.
It's a way to use up because it's never a frozen product, so you have to move it somehow, and you get better burgers.
Yep.
Get some good chili.
I always say Dave Thomas is much like the natives of this land who use all the pieces, all the parts of the burger.
All the parts of the chili.
All of it.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Let's,
I like
let's
that.
do it somewhere, man.
That's like our new, instead of Tropical Capricorn, for 501 forward, instead of saying Tropical Capricorn, we say, come on, man.
Come on, man.
You want to do it?
Come on, please.
You want to change it?
Nope. I do not.
All right. Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. I would have to change one of my Twitch emotes if we changed it. So
That's
yeah,
true.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It's more effort. It's a lot harder to come up with a "come on, man" emote than it is a Tropical Capricorn.
Oh, let's see. You can find us on Facebook.
Yep.
Facebook.com/TADPOG.
Yep.
There's also the TADPOG Nation.
Yep.
That's where all the fucked up shit happens.
Mm-hmm. We're on Twitter. It's cumbersome. Just search for TADPOG. You'll
I
find us.
realize. Yeah, TADPOG_podcast. Same for Instagram. TADPOG_podcast.
Yep. Find us on Pornhub.
Yep. SuicideBoys.fun.
Yep. Going Wild Audio. I'm on there. You can find me on there. You got look. If you look hard enough, you will find me on there.
Fuck yeah. Nice. I didn't know that.
That's a lie. But I have thought about it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Okay, real talk. I thought about doing it. Like if I can get Nikki to sign off on it, which I think she would. Like it's not a thing I could do like in secret. I don't want that. But like if she let me do it, if I could get permission from my wife to pornograph myself, I would. I mean, I don't even know where I got. I got kind of into the moment there.
You
got
record you guys having sex for Gone Wild Audio?
No.
Or
Okay,
just you jerking it
just
so
me.
right.
Yeah, just me jerking it so right.
Okay.
But the problem with that is I need some kind of frame of reference, but I don't want to listen to guys jerking it so right. So it's kind of like a chicken or the egg kind of thing, where it's like, but in reverse, there can't be a chicken without an egg.
Well, you record it and then you bounce it off like a gay friend and be like, "Hey,
what do you think?
this work for you?"
And they'll be like, I wanted to fuck you for a while, so it sounds pretty good to me. I mean, yeah, it has to be like a third party. Third party gay guy.
Okay.
But no.
Friend of a friend.
Well, we could just be a third party woman.
Yeah, but they're probably not the ones listening to a male Gone Wild Audio.
A male Gone Wild Audio?
Yep.
Is that like another subreddit?
No, Gone Wild Audio, but like when you start hearing just a dude jerking off, I imagine like most guys on that are looking for girls, unless they're gay, and then they're looking for guys. I guess there could be the occasional girl looking for it, but I bet it's like a 90-10 ratio.
The ratio is skewed to male users on there for sure. But there seems to be females on there, unless they are actually men, which is also could be true, but they also upload content.
You're giving somebody a good time, makes you feel better.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'd like to hear that. Let me know. If you're a Patreon donor, patreon.com/tadpog, I'll upload it all there. You can hear it.
Vet it before it hits Reddit.
Yeah, if you can give me notes on it, where you're like, no, you don't say daddy. It's weird. It's weird when you say that. So if you'd like to do that, you can find us on patreon.com/tadpog. If you enjoyed this, or if you didn't enjoy it but got to this point and feel like you're obligated, that's fine too. You can throw $1 our way. If you do donate $1, you get access to all the bonus episodes that we have done and the stuff that we are going to be doing in the future. That Suikoden casting video is going to be going up really soon. Then you get all the Zangoofs that we made earlier. I'd like to take a moment. So sit right there. I'd like to thank some people who donated on Patreon. All right. I'd like to thank Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue for upping his donation, riding that penny train. And I will blow into this whistle with my sick mouth because I am confident that I am the only one who puts this whistle to my lips.
That's true.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
I don't do it.
All right. If you do it, you're going to get sick.
Yeah,
if you do it in secret, you're going to get
it.
sick. There we go.
If I leave and deep throat it when you're gone, like I'm going to get sick, I get it. I take that responsibility.
This would be a rough one to deep throat.
You're
There's
right.
no flex to this wooden
Nope.
whistle.
Nope.
And that is I hear that is important to have some flex. This will kill you, I'm afraid. Although it would be interesting to hear the whistle sound coming from inside your throat. You're like Darth Vader when his mask is removed. That's essentially what it sounds like, the deep throated train whistle. I'd also like to thank a new patron.
Oh, shit.
Brent Richburg. Thank you very much for the donation.
Awesome.
We appreciate it. I hope you enjoy all the bonus content. And also, I'd like to thank Choctopus from YouTube,
Yeah.
who was on our Super Smash Brothers Ultimate episode. He recently upped his donation significantly. He sent me a message and he was like, congrats on 500 episodes. I've upped my donation. I was like, thanks, dude. That's really fucking awesome of you.
Fuck yeah.
So I'll have a link in the show notes to his YouTube channel. And the episode that he was on for Super Smash Brothers. He really honestly does have I'm not just saying this, but he really has good content on YouTube.
Yeah, he does.
And he's a very, very good Smash player. So if you're into Smash, or if you're just into good content in general, I strongly suggest that you check him out.
Shirts.tadpog.com.
Shirts. We don't sell them anymore. Shirts.
Do we not? Are they off?
No, we do, but no one buys them anymore.
No one buys them anymore.
Sorry,
then.
yeah, I messed up the lyrics. So you want to try take two?
Yeah.
Shirts. I have a gun.
What else we got? Anything?
No, that's it. Those
That's
are all
it?
the things.
All right.
We don't do a lot around here.
Hey, you want to close this out?
You can find me at Firehouse Subs on Mondays, typically at the Paducah location. I'm almost through my entire journey of trying all their signature subs.
Oh, damn.
The only one I have left is the sweet and spicy meatball, which is the sub race to the meatball. You know how like you have like hill dwarves. That's like the hill dwarf.
Or it's
of
the Stiver
meatball.
Nibble into the gnome?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or the high elf to the elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
How you want to close this out?
I don't know.
Well, our theme song is Moves by Seymour Drive.
Sure.
That track from the Charles at TADPOG.com.
How do I want to
You
close
can
it
call
out?
us 270-883-2555 or send us something. TADPOG Studios, Karen Nicole Nance, PO Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
All right. You know how people have New Year's resolutions and we don't ever do them for the show or anything like that? What we do.
Because we're realists.
We do in the year in review, but then we never, we don't stick to them. We need to have a thing where episode 501 forward, we cut down the outro.
Okay.
We got to cut that shit down.
Yep.
Let's just cut it down.
Okay.
Sometimes let's just say Tropical Capricorn and the show's over.
I'm down.
No outro.
Okay. You want to know our shit? Check the show notes.
Yeah,
Tropical Capricorn.
or you know where to find it. Just search for Tadpog on the internet.
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah.
find us. some
Google
places.
Tadpog.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. Come on, man. I'm making it happen. I'm sorry. Making it happen. How would I like to close it out?
How would
Come on, man.
All right. So until next time, come on,
Come on, man.
Throw a Capricorn.
Tropical Capricorn. All right. So we didn't mention this because it's a little embarrassing because everybody has congratulated us on 500 episodes, done like very nice gestures, increased their Patreon donations like Chocto did. I have a confession to make. This is actually the 499th episode.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
Because of the old famous episode misnumbering debacle of 2016.
Yep.
I think it was the episode.
I was staying with Ryan. It was like Red Dead Redemption.
Yep. We did with Time Lord Josh Edwards. He warped time. And we lost track of time. So technically, this is the 499th episode.
Yeah. So numbered 501 is episode 500.
Right. But if you really want to get into the nuts and bolts of it, we've done
a bunch of Patreon shit.
Yeah, and we've done half episodes where it's like, here's a little bit of the Everybody Loves John or Everybody Loves Raymond, the Everyone is John RPG and stuff like that. So technically, we probably have 520 episodes plus something. Yeah. See, this is where it's easy for me to be like, numbers are arbitrary because it's like, I mean, it's just a thing. Mm-hmm. It's just a thing. I love to come over here and do this. And
numbers are arbitrary. My dick's 5 inches. My dick's 9 inches. It's arbitrary. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's like buying pants at the Gap. Oh, look, I can fit into 30. That's great.
Yeah.